What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and this is a super exciting video because this is going to be an unboxing of two products today. We're going to check out the 45-watt portable solar panel by ECOFLOW, which is Type-C, which is beyond exciting because it's Type-C. It's freaking Type-C. Let's go. And then the brand new River 3. Now, there is a River 3 Plus and a River 3 Max. This is going to be the smaller option of the three, but let's still check it out. We do have EcoFlow's River 2 and River 2 Pro. So I'm going to pull out the River 2 and compare it to this thing. And I need an actual, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking exciting. We have an instruction booklet here. We have the actual product. Oh my gosh, that thing is so light. It is so light. This is going to be just an unboxing. I'm going to be doing a review and comparison video later. So after I've had time to play with it. In the goodies box, we've got the power cable. So you don't need a charging brick, which is absolutely fantastic. We have a car cigarette lighter to charge this thing at 120 watts or so. We're using XT60, which is exciting. And then we have the actual unit. So taking a look at this thing, on the front of it, we have the DC, which is super exciting because if you have a refrigerator, you could like a 12-volt car refrigerator, you can plug that thing in and you'll get the most efficiency possible because you're using DC, not AC. With AC, this has to convert the energy to AC power. But with DC, it's just a direct connection. It is fantastic. And then speaking of AC, we do have the AC plugs here. We've got a grounded one and a non-grounded one. We have 100 watts. I did not even realize that. I knew this product was on the way to me because EcoFlow actually reached out to me and sent me this product for review. They're not paying me to make this video, but they did send me the product for free. And I did not even realize that that was 100 watts because their smaller unit was not 100 watts previously. Then we have two USB-A. We have an on and off button for those AC outlets. On the top, it's a nice flat design so you can stack something else on top of it, like two of these or an extra battery or, whatever else you have. On this side, we have the ventilation, so I can see a little fan in there. It's a small little fan. And then here, we have the power port to charge it, and then we have that solar input for XT60. Now, let's see the specifications here. All right, so this does have Bluetooth. This can connect to the app, which we will do. It has a whole lot of things on here. So the solar input can accept from 11 to 30 volts at 8 amps, 110 watts max. That's awesome because we do have EcoFlow's 110 watt panel. So we'll be able to charge this thing up with the sun at its full speed. So this thing can do 300 watts total output. USB-A can do up to 5 volts, 2.4 amps, 12 watts per port for 24 watts total. And then the Type-C port has a 5, 9, 12, 15, and 20 volts at 5 amps maximum for 100 watts. This is a 245 watt hour battery. And this is a really good look. The fact that you can literally just scan that with your phone to get right to the app for your phone to sync it all up. And now I brought out the EcoFlow River 2. This is their small one. And my goodness, I wish the camera angle was a little better. Let me do this for you. Okay, so that's another thing. This one can stand up straight like that. This one cannot because of the way the handle is protruding out the back there. So that's another advantage. This thing absolutely... This thing's got a lot going for it already. The USB-C port on this one was only 60 watts. Yeah, 20 volts up to 3 amps. So this one already wins because it has 100 watt output, which is fantastic because I have an RG Ally X. And I'll be able to charge this thing and play it and draw 100 watts until this battery is empty. With this one, I can only get 60 watts. And it's a smaller, package. This one's a lot thinner. All right, let's freaking turn this thing on. And we're going to unbox that panel. And we're going to connect that to the sun. And we're going to get this thing charging. All right, so I have a watt reader here. And then I'm going to plug this into this. Oh, yeah, this one's on the side. On the River 2, the ports are on the back of it. The River 2 is a slightly bigger battery as well. So a little bit more watt hours. But if you want to get a little bit more watt hours, just get the River 3 Plus. Just get that one. So we're going to plug that in. And right away it turns on and it shows an input. Let's see how fast this thing can charge. So from the wall, wow, okay, so this thing still charges very fast. 250 watts so far and climbing. Are we gonna get 3? Oh man, that is a fast charge. Less than 1 hour to go from 30% to 100%. All right, so if we open the app up, it discovered a new device. So we'll add this to our River 2 and River 2 Pro. So we're going to connect it to our Wi-Fi, which means we can control this product from anywhere. If you've got some lights connected to this, you can remotely turn those lights on and off by enabling or disabling the AC port. So that's super exciting. And then you don't have to have your phone connected through Bluetooth. And on here, the little Wi-Fi light is currently flashing. And now that it's connected, it's on. And let's do this one. So EcoFlow currently joined your network. So here it says the input is 320 watts. The output is none, and it's going into the battery. And here it's going to show how the power is being divided. So your DC, you like your USB Type C or your 12-volt car fridge, you can see those going this way, or your PlayStation or whatever you have connected to here will be going through the AC. So if we go to the settings here, we can share this device with other users. We can set charging limits. So say you never want the battery to go below 20% or 10%. You can do that. So you can extend this by a substantial amount of time by letting it not drain the battery all the way to 0. Just like also you could do a 80% charge, where if you're within that 20 to 80 window there, you are going to basically have perfect battery health for a long, long time. Now, due to we're making a video, I'm not going to set any of those. So backup reserve, you can keep some in the tank, so you can divide it between backup reserve and solar only. You can schedule tasks, so AC charging will start at this time and stop at this time, or just like solar. So this is a very important setting. You have the AC charging speed. Say you are connected to something that can't put out 300 watts. You can lower this all the way down to just 50. So you have between 50, 100, 200, and 320. Or you can just do silent, where the device will be charged at 80 watts to prevent fan from turning on. There's no noise. Now, I'm going to disable X Boost, but what that does is it basically just allows you to run things that call for more than 300 watts by lowering the voltage. Now, I'm turning that off. The AC-DC ports will memorize their on-off status when the device is powered off or when the device stops outputting power due to low battery level. They will resume their on-off state when the device is restarted or when the battery level... That sounds exciting, because if you have this thing running and then it dies all the way and then your AC starts charging it again, that to me says this thing will automatically turn back on and start powering that device, which is definitely a big deal. That is awesome. So DC mode, you can choose between car recharging or solar recharging or auto. And then here you can set the amperage, which is extremely important because your car may not supply 8 amps to its output. So then you can lower it to 6, or you can play it safe and be at 4. And then you're not going to blow a fuse. So you will receive an app notification when the battery drops below 20%. That's awesome if you're away from home, or if you're upstairs and this is downstairs or something. That's pretty cool. And then you have some more settings here you can dive into, such as connecting to a different Wi-Fi, the health of the battery, which is at 100%, the fault history, and you can change it between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So here's a very important one. This can accept firmware updates. This is a initial launch, so this is the first one. But just like my River 2, my River 2 Pro, there has been firmware updates since I've got it, which has added new features that have been requested or fixed issues or something like that. So it's very important you can download that, update it, and always have the latest things. So the power delivery port is active. You don't need to turn the DC on and off to do that. And right now we're taking away 28 watts, but we're putting in way more than we're taking away. And then on the app, if you weren't anywhere near this, you could see that you're inputting that much and you're taking away that much, and the DC is currently outputting. And we can always turn our AC ports on and off using the app. So the little light comes on and then you turn it off. That's what I was talking about. Whatever you have plugged in is going to instantly start getting power the moment you turn that on, and you can always just create a schedule. And so now you can see all 3 of my products. All right, and while this is charging up, let's open up that solar panel and check that thing out. All right, so 45 watt portable solar panel, Type C, direct charging via Type C. That's amazing because most, if not all of these, use an MC4 or some other way of charging. This is just Type C. You just plug it right into something. There was something taped on it and I pulled it off and it kind of ripped the box a little bit. There's some information such as the UPC and model number, ECOFLOW Fold P045DT. And then we have some stuff here on the back, which shows you how to set it up. So it looks like you could hang it from something. And it looks like you have more than just power delivery. If you want to use that DC to XT60, it's there. You can. Or you can use Type C to power your phone or whatever you need. All right, break the seal, and then it opens this way. So we have another little goodies box in this one, which is going to contain your little things to hang it from something. So on your backpack or on a roof or wherever you're trying to do it. And then you have the DC to XT60. So we'll also have an instruction booklet. This thing is adorable. It's just so cute. It's so small and compact. So let's do this. It has these little things that you can clip. And now it is a portable little thing. Like, look at that. It's just absolutely cute. It's just a little guy. It's just a little guy. Oh, and it's got little things in there to protect the... Okay. So we'll open it up and we'll take these out. And it looks like it has 1, 2, 3, and 4. But it is small. That's pretty cool. And you could always keep these if you wanted to protect those when you fold it up. Obviously not something you have to do, but you can always save them, which I'll actually be saving these since you have 3 together to protect all of the panels when you close it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, and then just fold it up. And we'll take a look at this, which, okay, it's behind a little door here. So we open this up. And there's our power delivery port there. So we can charge it up using Type C. Or we can have our DC port there and go from DC to XT60. Which, when I go outside to test this, I will be seeing if it's better to go from DC to XT60 or from PD to PD. Oh, wait. Okay. So that's one thing about this product. You cannot charge it with Type C. Meaning if I disconnect the AC and I try to charge it using the... See here it says 55%, no input or output. If I plug it into the charger, nothing's going to happen. This will not accept power delivery as the input. So using this thing, you will have to charge it with the AC port, which can go up to 320 watts, or use the DC to XT60 and plug it into the side. We got a little bit of sun. Let's record the rest of this using our phone outside. All right, so we're outside here and we've got a little bit of sun. It's not real bright, but it's a little bit. We've got this thing still powered on, 56% battery. We're gonna open up this little panel here. All right, so we have it laid out in the sun. Oh, it's got a branch covering up some of it from this tree. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna plug it into the XT60 port on the side here. And then we're gonna see what we see. So we've got some input already. Wow, okay, so 30 watts right away. Oh, okay, getting excited and it's lower and then it's getting up. All right, cool. So yeah, we got 30 watts right away. The cool thing is I can stand this one up straight. Oh, you still can't see that, but that's okay because we have the app here and the app says that we are getting 15 watts of solar. If I tilt that up a little bit, okay, the sun's more facing this direction. I can feel it beaming on my head. All right, yeah, so we're only getting about 15 watts right now because the sun isn't very bright. But we saw it reach at 30, so it'd be cool to see it reach 45 if we had a little more sun. The sun is going down. All right, so my car needs a bath. She's a little dirty. But we got the solar panel right here. We've got the sun right there. 18 watts of solar. And if we adjust the panel, oh, my hand's gonna be covering it. Let's see if we can do this without covering it. There we go. Oh, look at that. A little bit better positioning. And we see it reach up into the almost 30 there. Yeah, we are just not getting a whole lot of sun right now. It's not ideal conditions. But hey, I'll take freaking 17 watts over absolutely nothing at all. Especially if I was out, you know, in the field, in the military, or if I was, I don't know, camping or wherever I was. I'd take anything over nothing any day. And now let's connect up a 110 watt panel and see what we can do. All right, now we got the serious panel, the 110 watt. So got it connected here. This thing's at 57% battery. I've got this thing with a bunch of little adapters on it. So we'll plug this into the XT60. And check that out. Again, similar conditions, sun's up there. We got it across the car. And we're charging at 70 watts right now. Then we can always lean the panel up. And EcoFlow does have newer panels that have much better design. This one requires the case to set it up, and it's kind of a hassle to set it all up and get it working properly. So I don't usually even use the case. But their new one that they have has legs built into it that are super convenient. I don't have that one, but it is a newer option that I would recommend over this one. All right, let's go inside, plug it up, and see how long it takes to switch over and stuff. All right, so I connected up my TV. It's drawing 156 watts, and the input actually jumped up to 480. So it is now compensating for the extra power. And here on the app, we can also see that it reflects that data. 480 watts coming in, 155 watts going out. And now I want to test that memory feature. So it says 24 minutes, it'll be full. Well, what if we interrupted the power? So let's see if the TV does anything. I'm gonna unplug the cable. 3, 2, 1, unplugged. Oh, it like flickered. It like literally, that's not even a frame. Like, that was so fast. And so now we're not adding any power, we're taking away. So in 1 hour, we'll have lost the 61% that we have in there now. And then if we connect it back up, so 3, 2, 1, connecting it. All right, it didn't flicker that I saw, or I missed it. So there we go, we're now inputting 300 and, it's climbing because it's gonna get up to the 470. So we'll do that one more time. Make it a little bit easier this time. We'll unplug it. I need to put this on a switch where I can just flick it. This may not be the world's best demonstration, but I'm trying, I promise. So I have it plugged into a switch now. So I'm gonna press the power button. We're gonna see if the screen flickers. It does. Oh my, just like before, just that half little frame there, like just a few milliseconds it feels like. You can't even really count it. So now let's turn it back on since we're drawing completely from battery now. And now it's on. And it doesn't do that when you turn it on. So now we're going to let this battery drain to 0 and see when the TV turns off, and then see if it puts the outlet power back on when it detects AC power is going back into it. All right, so we are at 3% battery with 1 minute left. Got the fan going because I realized that once my TV turns off automatically, it's not going to come back on automatically. I have to actually go in, turn it on. So we're gonna let this die. And we have no power coming from the wall right now. So we're gonna simulate a power outage, right? So right now we have no power at all. This is about to die. Fan's about to turn off. TV's about to turn off. Okay, so it all cut off because we have no more power. Now, what happens when the power comes back on? Does the AC come back on? Let's see. If the fan turns back on. Oh, that's a freaking win. That's a huge freaking win, dude. This is fantastic. You don't know how many people comment, when the power comes back on, will this turn back on? Will the AC turn back on? The answer is yes to all of the above. Absolutely fantastic. This is a winner. Look at that. We're already charging again. I didn't touch anything. I literally just, whoop, power turned back on. This unit went from dead and off to back on and charging and power on. It's so good. Alright, so this thing's been running since last night at 10 something. You'll see in the video what time it was. I don't quite recall. But it says it has 1 minute left. And it's been saying that for well over a minute now. So I don't exactly know when this will die. Now, as you can see, we're only drawing a small amount of power, and that's all it's been the whole time. Just a little 14, 15 watt load. So 12 hours on a 14 watt consistent load non-stop is pretty good, I'd say, for such a small little thing here. And we're just gonna kind of wait and see how long it takes to die. Oh, and there we have it. So it is 11:07 when this thing died, and it was at 100% when I first plugged it up, and that was about 12 hours ago. Awesome.